Hello and welcome to my review of the LEGO Harry Potter Set 76423 Hogwarts Express and Hogsmeade Station with 1,074 pieces, 8 minifigs included within, which, side note, that's incredible. It costs $130. Pretty expensive for a LEGO Hogwarts Express playset train. So in this video, I'll show you everything you need to know about this set to help you decide if it's worth your hard-earned $130. As far as the box you've been seeing goes, it's pretty standard for LEGO Harry Potter, showing off play features and roleplay ideas for the way you can use different characters, as well as kind of just the train displayed, and it does show that the train is nearly 2 feet long. A very big set. Opening that box, you'll find 8 numbered bags, along with a pretty large sticker sheet and a very normal LEGO instruction manual. Moving into our minifigs, starting with Hagrid. This is a character that they've always done really well with, and this version is no exception. He includes a lantern and a printed 2x2 tile with a picture of Harry and his parents. Underneath his hairpiece, you'll see he looks, first off, a bit awkward without the hairpiece on, but there's no second face. Not that you'd be able to tell that there's a different facial expression underneath the forest on his head, but it's not included. Next, we have the train conductor, and they actually didn't include one in the 2018 version of the Hogwarts Express playset, so it's really nice to have it here. I think it's a great idea for having kids be able to do the role play of having someone driving the train. We'll get to exactly how that works later, but as far as the figure goes, it's a pretty standard looking figure, nothing special, but it gets the job done. Kind of the same deal with the trolley witch, nothing particularly crazy going on with her. She does have 2 faces, unlike the conductor and Hagrid, but she does come with the actual trolley that will be able to fit on the train later, and the trolley is phenomenal. There's tons of fun details and candies on here that you can see. These are printed pieces that are on the trolley that you see, so no tiny stickers on this particular cart. But yeah, I love that, and it's a great inclusion alongside this. Here we have our Harry Potter minifigure with his Gryffindor outfit, nice smiley face on one side, and a normal kind of just sitting there face on the other side. They've got all the proper details with him down to the wand, and on the gold piece in his hand, there's what's kind of a fun Easter egg. It's the Lego dragon that they printed onto it. Anyway, next we have Hermione. She has a smiley face on one side and a pretty scared looking face on the other. But as far as the torso and back print go, they are similar but not the same to Harry Potter. And then her legs are much more detailed than what we see with Harry. It's got a dual mold for the short legs, and she's even got a little skirt piece on. Next we have Ron Weasley, and he does share the exact same torso print as Harry Potter. He's got a nice smirk on one side and a very scared looking expression on the other. Next we have Lee Jordan, who I really like the mouth on this, the tongue and the teeth just kind of barely showing, just a bit different than what you see on the other characters, and then kind of a sad look on the other side. And finally here we have the Slytherin Draco Malfoy with his blonde hair, kind of an evil look on one side and then an angry evil look on the other, and a standard Slytherin torso. So 8 characters in a $130 set I think is great. You've seen them all up close, and as a group I think it's a good selection and good execution. Minifigs aside, let's find out if the rest of the set pulls its weight. Get it? It's a train, it pulls weight. And the Hogsmeade Station too. It's there. It's included. It's nice. I think the Hogsmeade Station here does a great job at being good for both play and display. That type of versatility is always appreciated in these playset priced LEGO sets that aren't marketed as 18 plus, because that's how we get some of the best LEGO sets we've ever had. And I think this one definitely has the foundation for that. Now, on the left here, we have the Hogsmeade sticker, which is nice, and you can place some characters on studs throughout the station. I've personally got Lee Jordan and then Hagrid and Harry on there now, if it'll focus. I think the characters definitely add a nice bit of life, and it's a big enough platform that you can actually fit quite a few characters. Sometimes I feel like things like this would have 8 studs that you could put characters on, but no, there's a lot of room to move about, and I really do appreciate that. There's a clock on the front, as well as what I believe is the railroad logo. You've got some buckets and a fence and some plants, and then there's actually a frog down there. We also have this very nice lamp. Really love that red lamp. It really pops on this build. And then as far as the building, it's a nice design with a tan color. You see that red worked into it with the windows and the door, and then the roof has a nice bit of depth as well with what looks like some leaves to me. Now on the inside, we'll start with the bathroom, where there is a toilet with water inside. It's not flushable like the new Ninjago set, but it's there and it looks cool. We also have a sticker detail on the inside. There's a sticker map in front of a fireplace in the main room. There's also the platform 9 3/4 tile there printed, very nice. And on the back side of that desk, there's another sticker detail with a phone and another fireplace. Finally, we have the mailroom, where we have an owl sticker and an owl. I'm not 100% sure if that's Hedwig. Clown me in the chat if it is. I like this train station more than what we saw in 2018 for one simple reason. I guess I like the look better, but it doesn't fall apart when you pick it up. The other one had this really big bridge that went across to a separate section. The problem with that is the one side would just always fall off when I went to move the thing. And so having something be a bit more sturdy here is something I really appreciate, even though I guess it is a bit smaller in stature and it doesn't have the thing where the train can go under. Like, that was cool, but when you went to pick it up, it would always break. So I found that to be a bit annoying. But yeah, this Hogsmeade Station can also attach to the train track that's included in the set. So that can be done very simply by placing the Hogsmeade Station on top of the train track studs. It's a really simple process. You just attach it. You can attach it anywhere along the train track, or you can detach it as you please. I think that is a fantastic feature, and having the train track in this set, by the way, is something the 2018 set did not have. I think having the train track here makes this set so much better as a playset, and while I guess you could go out and buy a train track pack if you wanted more, I feel like this is an adequate amount to at least display the train on the train track, and it can look really nice, kind of like on the UCS Hogwarts Express set where you have the train track kind of built on, and that's the way you display it. I think it looks really nice in both cases here. So again, just something that adds a lot to the display value of a set like this for older collectors, but also the play value for kids, because on the ends of the track, it actually has this open thing so you can take the train off, and then when you want to put the train back on the track, it kind of helps realign the train onto the track without having to do any hard work to try to get it on. It just kind of funnels it right onto the track, and so those are some nice pieces that I don't think I've ever personally owned from a Lego set that I owned before. I don't know exactly how new or old they are, but regardless, they are a phenomenal piece that work really well most of the time, although there are times when it doesn't perfectly funnel it onto the track and you still have to make the adjustment, but not a big deal. Great play function and great display ability because of that track. Now, when it comes to the exterior of the Hogwarts Express, we've got the beautiful design with the very vibrant Lego red color, and starting here on the front, we have a Hogwarts Castle tile, along with a sticker that says 5972, which is the proper number of the Hogwarts Express. You also have the Hogwarts Railways logo on the tender. I'm not a fan of the darker red sticker. I still don't understand why they can't make sticker colors match the color of the Lego bricks just a little bit better. It's pretty jarring to see the difference in color there. On the first car, you have the number 99721, and I'm not exactly sure what that number means on that one, but in the middle, again, you have the Hogwarts Railways logo, and then on the final train car, you have the Lego set number from this set, 76423, so that's a reference to literally it being this set, which is kind of nice. So we've already seen the side profile, and we know it looks good. They've done a good job with the color blocking and everything. The wheels look nice, and I've added kind of this rod here that doesn't move or anything, but it still looks pretty good. On the bottom, you'll notice these are the normal like plastic attached Lego wheels. The other wheels in this set use metal rods on the bottom. I'll show you those momentarily. There's a pretty cool feature with the wheels on the front here. So the way I have it now is it's locked in place, so these cannot turn. Well, they can't turn that much, but if you pull the front bumper off and then flip it around, you'll now actually be able to have this turn. So if you have it on track that turns, this is the way you're going to want to use the train. The front of the train looks nice enough, although I would describe it as plain. You've got a Hogwarts Express sticker there, and then the other side of the train is basically the exact same thing, just mirrored. I think the worst part of the train, though, is where the conductor goes, because he doesn't really go here, unfortunately. It's just not going to fit. There's nice detail in there, very good looking. However, like I said, the train felt small, and that's because it more or less is. The conductor literally doesn't fit in there. You can't, it's not made for this to lift off either, so the conductor doesn't go there, and I think that's the biggest issue I have with this set, all in all. Now, the solution for this is interesting. They actually took a chunk out of the tender there, and then you can place the conductor there to drive the train. Yeah, I don't know. It looks really awkward now that I place him there. I hadn't placed him there before to try it. I don't like the way it looks very much at all. I think this is just less than what it should be as far as the quality goes for $130. I believe in past years you've been able to fit figures into the cabin of the train, and here you cannot. So if there's one major downside to this set, it is just that. For those wondering, this is what the tender looks like on its lonesome. It does have 6 total wheels with 3 axles, and again, these are the metal axles, so they're super low friction, which is nice to have on this set. Pretty common with Lego trains, I believe. And yeah, you just have that weird cut out for the conductor because they couldn't fit him inside of the train, and that's, yeah, it's the worst part of this set by a pretty wide margin. You have the coal area. None of this like opens up. There's no hidden feature in here that is built in, unfortunately, so it feels a little bit lacking to me there. There definitely was an opportunity to have something. I feel like they've had things in the past, just nothing there. And then you have a shovel on the back here, which is a nice inclusion because that's how you get the coal into the engine, I guess. Anyway, in case it wasn't clear before I move back to the cars, the connection process for these trains are easy, just connecting like that, and it's a really strong design, so they don't really fall off that easily. You'd really have to try hard to get these things to come apart without intending to get them to come apart. The two train cars in this set are similar designs, but they are definitely distinct from one another. This one has 5 windows on each side, and this one only has 4 windows on each side, so pretty easy to tell apart. By the way, 2 train cars, great, awesome. Like usually lately we've been getting 1 train car in these Hogwarts Express sets, so 2 train cars was absolutely the way to go, and George did a great job with that. But the reason I bring up George here is I actually asked him, he's the guy who designed this, I asked him on Twitter why the roofs were light gray, because historically I think most, if not all, of the roofs on Hogwarts Express sets have been done in black. But he said these carriages fresh out of the paint shop would have light gray roofs and will get blacker through time due to the soot in the smoke. Because the scene this depicts is relatively bright, we chose to use light gray. Tell you what, I really appreciate that attention to detail on something that is, according to many commenters who are dumb, just a kid's toy. Anywho, this looks awesome, and I don't know why, but this like yellow striping kind of reminds me of the Lego Santa Fe train, so just a little nostalgia kick there for me. And on the bottom, we have the metal axle again, so again, very low friction that you're gonna have there. Very simple design on the bottom, and on the outside, like, you know, where the doors would be, they're just kind of black bricks. You have a little red light on each of these, which is nice, but yeah, these black bricks, I don't know, nothing crazy as far as the detail on the ends there. Not that you're really gonna see it too much, because it's gonna be like that, you know, you're not using them anyway to move minifigures through different train cars, but just something you should know. Now, if you want to pull the roof off, really simple to do, comes right off, very simple design. And on the inside of this train car, you have 4 seats and a little like storage area in the middle. It's really simple, and then you can pull away, it's on this side, you can pull away the side as well, which will give you an even easier access to that interior. And the seats are nice, but you're using the small leg minifigures, so it is a bit awkward. They don't really sit in the seats, and something they did in the Lego Lord of the Rings set earlier this year was include different pieces to make it look like small figs like this are sitting. I kind of wish they had done that here, because having minifigs essentially standing in the train just looks a bit awkward to me. Now, like I said, you have this storage area in the middle. You can kind of throw whatever you like into there. There's literally like 8 pieces on the inside of this train car. There's nothing special, no crazy amount of detail that you might be looking for there. It's just no frills, easy play experience for kids that's not going to break. Anyway, on the second train car, I've got a bit of a different design. Like I said, still metal axles on the bottom, but pulling this off and then pulling the front face off is just as easy. You only have 3 seats in this one, so 1 less seat, but you do have this big section here for storage as well, so nice open area. But on the back of the box, it shows the trolley witch sitting down here, and then you guessed it, that other spot is for the trolley, but it doesn't go this way. It's actually made so that you can't attach the studs going long ways. You actually have to put it in this way. And the roof has a bit of depth to it, so even though the candy in there goes a little bit higher than what looks like the roof level, you can actually still fit the roof on just fine, because like I said, you have that gap there that allows it to go a little bit higher, which is nice. That headroom goes a long way. So if it's in there, it's just stuffed in there. One thing I almost forgot to show is how close the train comes up to the station, and as it should be, it's pretty close to the station. You can just see with characters in there just how tight of a fit some things can be. You're not gonna like have a good time trying to play with figures in here if you have the train right up next to the station and the station attached and everything, but it does look really good right next to the station like that. I'm gonna give this set a 9.7 out of 10, and I will say, if you own the 2018 Hogwarts Express train, this is absolutely an upgrade. Getting 2 of the train cars, more minifigs, what I think is a more aesthetically pleasing build, and a train track, I think is very much worth going out, selling your old one, spending, I don't know, another $80 to get this new one. And this is a great display piece compared to that old one because of the train track. If you're not looking to spend $500 on the big Hogwarts Express to have a train display for Lego Harry Potter, this one for about a quarter of the price is absolutely worth the investment. It checks almost every box except putting the conductor in the train car. That's the one thing I wish it could do that it doesn't do. Otherwise, just about a perfect set. The pricing, you know, every Lego set should be $10 cheaper cheaper, I think, in most people's opinions, but I don't think $130 is particularly unfair given the level of detail and care and some of the printed tiles that are included here. I think the value is generally there, but you can always wait for a sale if you want to save a little bit of money on this. That's never a bad idea. But if you do decide you want to buy one of these, please use my affiliate link in the description below. Helps out the channel and costs you nothing extra. So let me know what you think about this Lego Hogwarts Express and Hogsmeade Station in the comment section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. You can check out more Lego Harry Potter set reviews on the end screen now.